My name is Daniel Wilson. Like most of us, at one time I really believed I had it figured out. I was smart, funny, respected, and dating a beautiful woman. I was on my way to the American dream. Oh, and one other thing. I was miserable. This is a story about how I found myself 5,000 miles from home.
Watched your heart fall, but I didn't see it. I heard your voice call, but I didn't hear it. You were invisible to me. You showed me your fear, I didn't see it. You said it so clear, but I didn't say it. You were invisible to me.
Well, here I am, January of 2006, T-minus 2 weeks until I finally leave my town of birth. I'd never left my family in Fort Collins, and I had decided it'd be fun to study in Prague, a quaint little town somewhere east of Bavaria. Beer, relaxation, and biking my way across the cobblestones. No worries for me. Truth be told, I could not even point out the Czech Republic on a map. I came to learn I knew nothing of Prague, and only slightly more about myself. There was an older man on the plane at O'Hare. He was the last one to board. The plane was already 15 minutes late when he burst onto it, ashamedly sidestepping past the others and taking his place. Exhausted from his haste, he reclined in his seat, closed his eyes, and never woke up. I remember the flight attendants yelling at one another. The confusion, CPR, the scars on his chest, cries for a doctor, and the man sitting next to me reading Sky Mall. That's how it ended for the older man, surrounded by confusion on the tarmac in Chicago. An awakening. Time is fleeting.
Teach me, free me, please don't leave me forsaken, alone with my dysfunction. I know I have, but I didn't mean to. Not express, deny and suppress my feelings, but now I am more than willing to open my heart up for you. And this dependency is all I need. Do you still depend on me?
Quiet. Not probing, but calming. I was silenced by language barriers. Within the first month of living in Prague, I discovered that for the first time in my life, I was able to focus on myself. What strange irony that we often know so little about the person we spend our entire lives claiming to be. My midlife crisis came 20 years too soon that spring. Questions of purpose, life, and love began to permeate my thoughts. Things at home seemed so trite. Who was I living for? My parents? My professors? Myself? Surely not. The thoughts came, the feelings came, and the revelation was imminent. Perhaps it was on the metro, gliding unnoticed through the masses. Perhaps it was waiting in line for the tram, silent conversations floating through the air around me. Or perhaps it happened one day in the darkroom, contrasting like silvery black against ivory paper. But it did, clear as day. I found my freedom. Retrospect is the lens of revelation. Often we must look back to see how much we have changed. That spring I found hope contrasting against emptiness, white against black. The change was palpable, but its precise path was imperceptible. By May of 2008 I was a free man, free of expectation, predestination, and inevitability. For the first time I truly felt as though my life was mine to live, and the pursuit of my own dreams was the greatest gift I could ever give myself. It was this understanding, this small nuance of identity that loosed my shackles, and from there forward I've committed myself to remaining unchained.
Somewhere in between the things you've done and seen is an answer ringing true. Hidden dark and deep in your dreams when you sleep, it is speaking to you. Inside you are shaking, the guilt is awaking to the damage that's been done. The pain you've been employing, it is destroying yourself and everyone. So stand up proudly and say you're sorry for hurting us that way. Anger won't help you, so don't make a fist, 'cause you've already swung and missed.